Okay, hi everyone. So my name's Claire Barbara, I work at Castille Resources and I'm the senior consultant there. I know this is the last speak of today, but I assure you it won't be very long. I just want to give you a brief example of the company. We're going to run through the following points. It's going to be background of the company, how to prepare a CV, interview skills, and then we'll have some questions afterwards, okay? So, Castille Resources as a company, we specialise in two skill sets only of recruitment, so we do IT and financial. I would say that 70% of our business is IT related, and we work with the biggest, mainly international IT software companies in Malta. To name a few, we work with Microsoft, IBM, we work with GFI, CCBill, 6PM, and anything like that. We work with the big IT companies in Malta. We do two types of recruitment. We do permanent recruitment and we also do contracting. So, for example, if someone would like to go abroad for a 6-month period, we do that as well. We also work with the student associations to try and help you get employment during your summer period or even part-time. This has proven difficult recently because of the crisis that's going on. Not many companies are looking to employ people during the summer period. But part of my job is to help improve your interview skills and your CV skills so that it will help you get that job that you're looking for. So, when it comes to preparing a CV, my position in Castille, I review 50, 60 CVs every day. And I can guarantee that I'd say 95% of them I send back to the candidate to ask for more details on the CV. The thing that people do the most is they always put their very first work experience first, which it shouldn't be. It should always be the current position that you're in should be first on your CV. Why is this? When people work as their first job, it's normally waitressing or something like that. It is very important to work as a waitress or a waiter or anything like that to get the experience of being out there in the real world. But when a client looks at your profile and the first thing they see on your CV is waitress, they can't be bothered to read the rest. So I assure you that if you put that at the end of your CV, it will help you much more when you're applying for a position. When it comes to a profile summary, I always believe that you should prepare your CV for every single position you apply for. What do I mean by this? If you're in IT, for example, and you know everything from software development to networking, from database administration, but you're applying for a .NET developer role, don't let your CV be general, because otherwise the client's not going to read your specific skill. It should relate specifically for that role, for that position that you're applying for. If it's for a C# developer or for a .NET developer, make sure that in the key skills at the top of your profile it says so many years of experience in C#. If you don't have any work experience, put your thesis, maybe if you've done some internship or any projects that you've done at university, put that in the top of your profile. It would really benefit. Just have it in point format at the top of your profile. You'll have a profile summary which will explain you in a nutshell, so your best knowledge, your best skills, the things that you know most about. In fact, we have a CV here behind us, not that you can see very well. This is a Castille format. What we do is every CV that we send to our client, we profile. Most clients do appreciate the European format, but this will give more detail. This will help you sell yourself. The CV is your selling point, which is what a lot of people miss out on. Every time I receive a CV and I speak to a candidate and I say, okay, you'd like to go for this position, they say, okay, if you need more detail, let me know. It's not going to work. You have to give that detail in the initial presentation of your profile. This is your CV. This is your selling point. This is the thing that's going to get you a position with a company. So, I mean, what we're going to do is we're going to have this template on our website so people can access and just have a look at it. It's just as an example. So on the top here of this guy, we have his profile summary. So he's a graduate in BSc Computing. He's put that he's done 12 years experience as a software developer. I can't see from here. And he's got knowledge in certain areas. This guy specifically was applying for a security/development role. And he's made sure he's put on here in his summary that he has experience in security. Why? Because that's the job he's applying for. So that first thing that the client is going to read is what relates to the role that they're looking for, someone to fill. Then it goes down to the key skills. The key skills summary. So the profile summary is going to be a brief description about you. The key summary is going to be your key skills. So I don't know what you're doing in engineering. I mean, you probably have networking, cabling, LAN, WAN, systems, software development. Have all these in point format all the way down your profile to see, so they understand what you've been studying and what you've learned and what you know, your knowledge, your skills. Okay? And then you go into your education. The reason why the education is before work experience is when applying for a job, the client will always look to see if it's diploma or degree level. This will also determine salary, which is why they always look at this first as well before the work experience to determine what kind of level you're at. I mean, you know that if someone looks at a profile, they're going to say, okay, is this guy from uni or is he from another training centre? Is he diploma or is he degree? And then you say your work experience. Now, on work experience, one of my clients in particular, he's gone over and over with me with this because there's a particular client in the UK who swears by having this on their CV, and it has really worked. It has proved to have worked with all Maltese companies here. You have to put every single project that you've done, put the duration of the project, your role within that project, the project description, any key skills that you used within that project. If there's something that you don't normally use but you touched on it within that project, list it. Give as much detail as you can. I mean, I'm not saying write stories and stories of 10, 15 pages. Just write a brief description of the key skills and what that project was about. It's really important. If you don't have work experience and you don't have any projects, which you must have, you have university degree, you've done your thesis, put about your thesis. Put what tools you used within your thesis. Give a description about that, okay?